And here we are again. I really didn't want to have to do this, but all right. What's good, everybody? It's May Money back again for another video. This time we are yet again discussing The 100. This is season 7, episode 14, entitled A Sort of Homecoming. Now, I'm not going to really discuss many elements of this episode. I actually want this video to be more of a, just like a therapy session for people that are as disappointed as I am in this show, from just not only just throughout the season, but especially last week's episode with the death of Bellamy. So I didn't want to continue watching the show, but my husband, wanted to finish out. There's only a few more episodes left. So here I am. I still am watching it, and I was just crying for all the wrong reasons, and it just was really painful. So we'll go through a little bit of what happened, but this is more about, I want to talk to whoever is watching this video more about, how are you feeling now about this show, and are you still watching the show? If so, how do you feel about it? I'll let you know in a bit. I want to know, if you stopped watching it and you're just kind of keeping tabs on, social media about what happened, or how are you feeling now moving forward after that outrageous bullshit that we watched last episode. So I'll let you know how I feel. And I would love to hear in the comments about the thoughts moving forward if you're still watching. So, okay, so let's just start with the number one issue, or not the number one issue. There's a whole bunch of issues with this episode. So let's just start with Clark. We can start there. So she comes through all sad and somber that she killed Bellamy, talking about I had no choice bullshit. No, she had a choice. Shadehead is still alive. You didn't get the book, and you're over here trying to protect Maddie. And this is the kind of the issue with Clark and Maddie's relationship that I really didn't like in season 5, where Maddie has been very adamant about trying to tell Clark, look, I love you, you're my, surrogate or whatever, sort of adopted mom, sure. But, she is so, obsessed. It's almost like a toxic sort of love. Clark, I think in season 5, kind of something was lost in her character when it came to, being alone and finding Maddie. Where it's almost like an obsession. And it's not a healthy one, because clearly she just killed her best friend, for really no reason. It didn't pay off at all. And just throughout the whole episode of her, just making stupid decisions, her character was really, really just, kind of fucked up when it comes to Maddie. To the point where she doesn't care about anybody else. The whole human race can be wiped out as long as it's her and Maddie. And Maddie's look, you know what? Fuck, what was it? Oh yeah, she just has this very unhealthy attachment to Maddie that I almost don't even feel like it's love as much as it's codependency. Without Maddie, those 6 years that she was alone, or whatever, she wouldn't have made it. And I get that. That's completely fine. I like Maddie, she's fine, but I get where Maddie was coming from towards the end of the episode. Look, I'm not gonna let you kill any more people for me, or sacrifice anybody else for me, and I don't want anybody else dying because of me. Maddie's just a person just like everybody else. And like Clark has put her on this pedestal to the point where people are dying senselessly because of Clark's like obsession with Maddie's character, with Maddie. And it's just like, it's just annoying. And we lost Bellamy for no reason, pointlessly, because of it. And God. And so like I was just like, it just like reopened a new wound for me. And then so we move on to like Octavia and Ash/Echo. And it's just like their reactions were so just unrealistic. And you know, Jason was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna reverberate throughout the rest of the season and the series that Bellamy's death." They barely even like shed a tear or bat an eye about losing him in that fashion. That Clark actually killed him. Like it just was so forced. And like even when Octavia was kind of like going back down into the bunker, she was more upset about being in the bunker and then her brother, who she put in the fighting pit actually to die in there, and they didn't have no flashback of that. It just was very like it's again, like it's so obvious to anybody with even a little bit of a brain, which honestly is a lot to ask for these days. I mean, every day there's something stupid happening, at least in this country. And so I'm not even surprised anymore. This year has just been fucked up. But like, it's just so obvious that the outside, the behind the scenes is bled into it and tainted the end of the story, this entire season. Like, it's so fucking obvious. Like, and unprofessional, and just a disservice to everybody that's worked so hard on this show for years and years, and the fans that have been dedicated and loving it for years and years. It's just like, wow, you are a petty little hater, and we'll get into that. And like Echo/Ash is like reaction, like I don't know, it just don't sit right with me. It just felt hella forced, and it's just like, ugh, I don't really know what to say. But let's just keep moving on. So there were like, if that hadn't happened last episode, this episode would have been really good. I actually would have enjoyed it, even if Bellamy ended up staying behind in Sanctum. But it's tainted now. You've already crossed the line of fucking it up, and there's like no return unless something miraculous happens to change my mind, like really miraculous to change my mind. Oh, and I'm in a different location in the house today just because it's quieter down here and I can do a video. So sorry guys. Anyway, but it's just like, it put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. It outraged everybody that that's how you treat people in this show, and it's just like that. Like, you really took the enjoyment out of it. Like, I sat there watching it and just not even caring. I honestly wanted Maddie to like die, and I still want Maddie to die, honestly, just to like pay back Clark for what she did. But it's not even Clark. It's like Jason killed Bellamy. Clark died with Bellamy, in my opinion, in last episode. So I can't even really be mad at her character, because it just felt so forced, and it's just very obvious that this writer has a very like, it's like, wow, you are such a hater. Like, you sip haterade every morning when you wake up so that you can just have your haterism at top capacity throughout the rest of the day. Like, okay, so you kill off Bellamy, a good looking actor, pretty much carried this show on his back, with all the work that he's done. He's a fan favorite. and you're hating on a fictional character because you're jealous that, okay, you ain't popping like Bellamy Blake or Bob. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you killed Gabriel. Fine as hell. The actor is fine as hell. I loved Gabriel as a character. You kill him off because, oh, started getting more clout than you. He was more likable than you. You a hater. That's all you are. You as a hater. It's very clear that you are a hater. Okay. If anybody does, you're not getting the credit for the great writing that you've done. You know how you get respect from people? By not being a fucking hater, by not being jealous of fictional characters, by showing respect to the people that have worked with you on this project for years, and by showing respect to the fans and showing respect to the characters that you wrote. That's how you get respect, and that's how you get people to actually fucks with you. But nah, you a hater. Nobody likes a hater, okay? So why don't you just go sit your little punk ass down? And you know what? I was thinking about this. Like, it's like this dude don't know anything about love and how it works. Love is a part of humanity. And it's like, in hindsight, just seeing how this writer has dealt with romantic relationships and even just like regular friendships, platonic friendships and everything, he doesn't know how love works, like, at all. Not at all. And you know what? That's personal, and that ain't any of our problem, okay? Like, that's your problem. Like, what did Professor Dumbledore say? I was thinking about this. He said, don't pity the living, Harry. Don't pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living, and above all, those who live without love. And I really feel like Jason don't know how love operates. And you know what? It's sad. And you know what? It's sad because not only does he not know, it fucked up the entire series. So yeah, like, I mean, there are really good elements like in this episode, like, and it's just like, wow, okay, so Gabriel got a more dignified death than Bellamy Blake, who's been here season 1, episode 1. Don't get me wrong, I love Gabriel, and I called it. I was like, please don't. I just really don't want to see Gabriel die because he was like kind of like one of my second favorite, maybe third favorite characters. But like Gabriel and Dioza, I was really feeling since they've come into the series, and now they're both gone. All of my characters that I really, really fucks with are gone, except for like Octavia and Raven. But she's been kind of like to the side for a while now to me. Anyway, but it's just tainted to me. I have to sit through it because my husband's gonna want to watch it, and that's fine. And you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna make these videos to just talk to y'all, and we can have our own little therapy session in the comments, and we could talk about how we feeling, about how fucked up this shit became. Like, wow, really, like 2020 has been already just terrible. You couldn't even give us like a good season of the 100. Huh. All right. I'm not saying I'm surprised anymore. And like at the end of the episode, I was just crying just for all the wrong reasons. I was just mad again. Like, I really want to like this show and love this show the way I have for years, but I can't. It's just it's fucked up. It's fucked up for me, and I want to know how you guys are feeling about it. Like, are you still watching? Like, and if you are, how do you feel about it? How do you, it's just, there's just such a bad taste in my mouth, and I just can't see it for what it is anymore. And that's just really sad. So like I have no like love for this show anymore. It's fucked up. But I want to know what you guys think. If you know, please let me know down below in the comments. Because yeah, we got to get through this to the end together. If you're still, you know, hanging in there, you know, I'll bear it so that you guys don't have to if you want. But yeah, it's really sad. It's a shame of like the tank, like it just plummeted. Like I ended up crying again, like just being so frustrated, going back to sleep last night, just being like kind of reopening the wound, but like and Gabriel's death was like it was a good death in it, but it just like could have hit so much better if Bellamy was still alive or if he had died in a more dignified way. It just I couldn't even really enjoy anything that I saw in this episode. Like, yeah. So, anyways, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, please let me know your thoughts. I'm here. This is a platform you can use so that we can all talk together about it. And I guess I'll be having to make these little therapy session videos for the 100 for the next few weeks. 2 more episodes to go of pain and misery. All right. So I'm with you guys. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.